Well, what's up, people? It's Ian. I'm back with another video. I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been messing around on Onslaught, trying to come up with builds, trying to farm weapons, and today I'm bringing y'all a build. So, if you've been playing this game since King's Fall came out around that time, and we got like our Arc 3.0 and all that stuff, you'll probably remember Storm Grenades. And this build harps back on that, and actually does it pretty well. Storm Grenades got a pretty big nerf. Heart of Endless Light got a pretty big nerf. But with this build, you can almost do what you could do before with Storm Grenades, just not as good against bosses. It destroys ads, and I'm going to show you guys how we're doing that. A lot of it hinges on the new weapon that came to Onslaught recently, which is Forbearance, with this role of Demo Wellspring and its origin trait. So, the reason why this weapon enables this build so much is because of its perks. Demo gives 10 to 11% ability energy for your grenade on a kill. Wellspring gives 8% divided amongst your uncharged abilities. And Indomitability when you're on a light subclass is 5% to grenades. For every ability uncharged, you will lose a bit of value on Wellspring to your grenade, but it will boost any other ability at the same time. So if it's two uncharged abilities, it would be 4% to your grenade, 4% to the other, and so on. So every kill will proc these three perks, meaning if your grenade's the only uncharged ability and you get 2 kills, you're getting almost half of your grenade back. This is on a Waveframe Grenade Launcher, being the best weapon in the game for ads. That's a special weapon, pretty much. So it's not going to be very hard to get 2 or more kills a shot. You will have back-to-back Storm Grenades if you use this. You can also use any other weapon that gets this perk combination, but the origin trait and it being on a Waveframe does make it really strong. It makes it the best option. Then, of course, we also have Heart of Endless Light, which enables the build as well. I'm going to go into the subclass, and then I'll get into the mods and show you guys what's cooking. So, we have Thunder Crash for the burst damage. We have Thruster because it has the lowest cooldown to proc our mods. Whatever jump you want, of course. I'm using Seismic Strike because for Heart of Endless Light to proc, the ability has to actually connect with an enemy, and Seismic Strike is the easiest to connect with an enemy that doesn't have a long cooldown like Ballistic Slam. If you do miss Seismic Strike, it only uses like 5% of its cooldown, so you'll get it back very fast. Thunderclap makes you kind of vulnerable, but it can also work, whatever one you want to use. Of course, we're using Storm Grenades with this build. We're using Knockout, mostly for defeating targets with melee attacks, starts health regeneration, and makes you amplified. The nice thing about Arc Titan also is when you are amplified and you get punch kills, it might even be just hitting enemies with melees. It actually procs the Heart of Endless Light buff for your grenade to boost its regeneration, even with just normal melees. So that's pretty nice. Then we have Touch of Thunder. This makes our Storm Grenade roam and track onto enemies and do its damage, and it just wrecks ads. And then for Fragments, of course we have Spark of Shock to make our Arc Grenades jolt targets, which allows us to get those Onyx Traces. We have Spark of Magnitude, so our Storm Grenade lasts longer. We have Spark of Discharge to make our Forbearance and any arc heavy weapons have a chance to create an Onyx Trace for ability energy. And we have Spark of Ion, so that when we defeat a jolted target, we get Onyx Traces, so that our grenades can give us Onyx Traces and all that good stuff. Now let's get into the mods. So on my helmet, I'm running 2x Ashes to Assets. This makes it so that basically whenever you throw your grenade, you get super energy for those kills. It's pretty easy to get about a quarter of your super per grenade because of all the ads. We have Harmonic Siphon so that our arc weapons, like Forbearance and whatever heavy you might be using, can make Orbs of Power. Then on the gauntlets, we have Firepower so that we can also get orbs from that. And we're using Grenade Kickstart. This allows us to get armor charge from those Orbs of Power, and it and when we throw our grenade it will consume those armor charges to give us grenade energy. On our chest piece, run whatever resist mods you like for the situation, and charged up so that you can carry one more armor charge stack. With that, if you're at max stacks and you have 2 grenade kickstarts, you can get half of your grenade back just for throwing it, which is really nice. Then we run 2 elemental charge. This makes it so that the frequency of getting an armor charge from Onyx Traces is significantly increased over just having 1. And then we have innervation so that we get our grenade back on orb pickups, a portion of it of course. On the mark, you can either run 3 bombers or 2 bombers and a powerful attraction. Powerful attraction makes it so that when you're using your class ability, you pick up nearby orbs of power. This comes in handy because the point of the build is to spam abilities to proc Heart of Inmost Light. If you're going to be using thruster a lot, you're going to be picking up a lot of orbs, so you don't need to run around to grab them. Bomber, of course, when we use our class ability, we will get grenade energy. Now, let's get into some gameplay and show you guys how to use the build and what it's doing. So we're here at Grasp of Avarice. I'm going to show you guys how this build works. We throw our grenade, hit a dodge to get the empowered grenade. Run around, I'm going to shoulder charge to get empowered grenade ×2. Shoot my forbearance. Watch my grenade energy here. There's another grenade. Basically, you just want to keep shooting forbearance and spamming abilities, and you'll have empowered grenades. You'll have your perch proccing from your forbearance, and yeah, build kind of slaps. I'm gonna wait for more ads to spawn here. Pick up these orbs for the armor charge. Throw my grenade. Hit a dodge. Shoot forbearance. There's my grenade back. Throw another one. Shoot my forbearance. There's my grenade back. Hit a dodge. And keep in mind, I'm not even using my melee here to get empowered grenade ×2, and I'm getting it back this fast. Shoot my forbearance. My grenade's back. Throw my grenade. Hit a dodge. And you can kind of see why this build is really strong. Trust me, it does the exact same thing you're seeing here in Onslaught, and I'll actually get to that next up. So, see you guys there. Alright dudes, what's up? I loaded into a random lobby for Onslaught. This is normal Onslaught, not Legend, but trust me, it does the same thing in Legend. It kills even into the wave 50s. And we're just going to do a little run here, show you guys what the build's cooking. So, I'll meet you guys on wave 1. I thought I was recording, but I was not, so here we are on wave 3, wave 4 I think. Just skipped a few waves, no biggie. But yeah. Like I was saying, this build does the same thing, even into wave 50 on Legend, so expect it to be good in pretty much all kinds of content for the most part. The only thing I will say is that forbearance can fall off in the higher level enemies, but as long as you wait for that first damage instance from your grenade, and then you shoot your forbearance, you won't really have a problem. So, yeah, it's pretty much good everywhere, for the most part. Storm Grenades was like my favorite time in Destiny. That build was so goofy, it was so much fun, so being able to do it in any kind of way is awesome. But it will never be exactly how it was before. It's definitely not that menace against bosses like it once was, but I mean, it's still really good against ads, and it's not a hard build to use. It's just an ability spamming build, so how much easier can it really get? I'll just play a few rounds out for you guys and show you how it's doing. Alright, so that should be a good idea of what it's doing. You can see there at the end I was getting my grenade back stupid fast. And yeah, guys,